Hey everyone, it is Saturday, June 14th. So I'm going to do basically it's just a showcase and demonstration of the of our Reindeer Capital Intelligence Command, our tactical command center for real estate investors. Obviously, say no to attempts. It has to do with getting my implants. So it's a little warm today, so I'm doing a t-shirt. I hope you don't mind. It's just casual on Saturday. I'm going to pull up the. I am going to use ChatGPT. We also have putting up our website with that'll have the access. We have the Patreon right now. Everything will still stay with Patreon, but we'll actually have the tactical response prompt bar and the tactical, suggestion, the bar for a suggestion using Google Forms and Google for right now. Eventually they will feed into Airtable. If you're going to do anything with this, and I'm building my own right now, it's I'll have that up and running by probably by July 4th, but probably as soon as July 1st. Airtable.com, just like it's spelled air and table.com. You can watch you'll be able to watch the tutorials on YouTube. They're pretty easy. You'll understand it. You'll like it. There's also things that'll come up from time to time. We're building a Discord in July, putting up the website with Netlify with a URL. Our website that'll all be tied together along with the Patreon. We'll give the Patreon. Basically, you'll get a link at the end of this from AI itself. I'm going to show you the GPT as well, and then the main GPT. So I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to basically show you what I've been working on. By the end of June, I will have almost 400 hours into this. I have been talking about the ecosystem for a while. I was going to contract it out, and I had actually put it on Fiverr to do to do at least five of the seven, definitely four, but five of the seven components. I can do all of it now. I was basically building content and building all the information, getting everything prepped to hand to whoever's going to develop it for me. But I kind of just went down this rabbit hole, and I've been here since then, and I'll have 400 hours in, and this is awesome. And let's just jump right into it. Let me jump over. Let me do the share screen real quick, and I'll jump into Chat GPT. Uh, no, so I'm gonna really type it to it. Uh, welcome time for the all right. So uh um uh, okay. So I'm just gonna let it there. So here we go. See, it knows me. I've been spending a lot of time with it. We actually know each other pretty good now. So let me kind of just leave this up on the screen for a minute, just so you guys can get it. You guys can read it. The interest 1 to 2 minutes. And keep in mind, I'm asking this. We didn't actually, it knows it because about an hour ago I did tell it what I was doing. But which is cool once you guys get into this, and you'll actually see over here, you see RCIC prompt assistant. In that kit, that toolkit that is in Patreon, where you'll actually get how to load this, and you can use the Chat GPT free version or the paid. You'll also have the links for the Google Forms and the prompt bar and the suggestion bar and all that. You'll have that for Windows, Mac, and the Apple. Obviously for iPhones as well as Android. That's pretty cool. So here you go. You can read it. Your on-ramp to real estate capital intelligence and command. Mention this as a live working session using GPT to actively drive investor success. So say you're using Zoom and recording for YouTube, Substack, and picture use afterwards. So I'm going to be using that to generate the videos and stuff like that. So here you go. RCIC is Real Estate Capital Intelligence Command. I wanted to have a different, kind of a feel to it. Reindeer obviously is the organization. Reindeer stands for Real Estate Investors Networking, Disposition, Education, Empowerment, and Resources. This is built for investors, lenders, and capital partners who want real-time support, automation, and tactical strategy. Its components: prompt bar, deal analysis, title pulls, skip tracing, lender match. Vault plus Dropbox asset access. A lot of this is into Dropbox, my company business Dropbox. It'll pull from there. I'm going to ask it in a minute how much stuff is there now. We got the deployment triggers for the ITS, the investor training series, Power Pack. It may come and say, just to give you guys a warning, sometimes on the ITS, it comes up with different things like training series is what I've been calling it, technician series, tactical, system. So just kind of bear with it that sometimes you have to still be patient with it. You are teaching it and then it is responding. Power packs, PDF toolkits, and more. So live prompt demo, we're gonna choose three, there's three live prompts. We have well over 1,000 prompts. From the prompt part, this showcase power moves, underwriting support prompt, underwrite this 3-2 SFR in Concord, Michigan, using the last 6 months of sales, full Jackson County records. There's one for Evergreen, Colorado. I'm going to skip up a little bit just because that's my parents' address, and I don't really want to have that out there too much. I was testing it using my some known areas. Find second position private money for SFR flip in Palo Alto. Draft a lender proposal. Post for Facebook with hashtags. I will actually do that in a minute. I'll put this prompt in. I'm going to finish the screen real quick. Use cases for investors, new wholesalers who need tactical help 24/7. So imagine this from your home. Land buyers needing title or zoning fast. Flippers looking for creative finance stacking. Capital partners filtering qualified deals. Membership access. Right now through a Patreon a trial link. We do have a link here. This code actually right now, patreon.com//reindeer real estate /redeem /64685 gets you your first 30 days for $10.29. Right now, I set it at $49 a month. We will make an adjustment. Obviously, the more people that we have on it, we'll keep the price down. I'd like to be, if we get 10,000 subscribers at some point, I wouldn't mind being like $19.95 a month or something like that. Pretty good. And then we got some other things. Obviously, with lifetime, you can get lifetime, including ITS, Tier 4, and all that stuff. We'll explain what that is. For $399 for life right now, that will go up. It will go up considerably, probably somewhere close to $1,000 for lifetime, if not more. So get it now if you want it. I will send you the PayPal link. You get a choice of PayPal, Venmo, basically debit card, credit card, Apple Pay, and Google Pay. I can, if you have Cash App, use my personal Cash App, and if you have Bitcoin only, I do have a Coinbase, but I have not taken one yet. So if you're using Bitcoin, you're probably ahead of me. You probably have to guide me how to take it. Like I said, I send you the PayPal link. This other one's done on Patreon. We got gift links available. So full access include all your theme prompt vaults, investor intelligence handbook, which is in the process. It'll be ready by Monday. Power packs, we'll get to understand that in a minute. Capital partner matchmaker access. You'll be able to, once the deal is checked out, you got your deal, your numbers work, and everything's underwritten. You can ask it, hey, you can ask it for who in this organization, who can do this, who's my match for my capital partner. Also ask, what are the funding gaps of this deal? Who can fill these funding caps? Um, who can serve as my transaction coordinator? Who can fund EMD? Who can fund GAP? Who can fund transactional funding? It'll actually come up with that. The more people that come into it, obviously it's awesome that way. We get a lot more people into it. You can embed. We'll explain that in a minute. Here's your wrap up and your CTA. We're going to encourage the audience, DM you, for onboarding help. How to get DM me on Facebook or just hit me up. We'll try to get you on board. We have YouTube and we have the Patreon. You do subscribe to the Patreon. You can do this. This is just one tier. You also get it with ITS Investor Training Series and with Tier 4. There's Tier 1 and Tier 2 and 3. We'll probably get rid of 2 and 3. There's also one for capital partners. You don't need that unless you're a capital partner, which you would also get this. And then also we have one for sellers. Just our sellers don't sign up for that one. We give that one pretty much away. There's a trial. It says $1. We give everybody like 90 days if they're in a distressed situation. What we do is hope that we can coach them and guide them and get them connected with the people in our organization that we know. So RCIC isn't about automation; it's about tactical advantage. So let me go ahead and let me real quick try to do a prompt real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and copy and paste, which is cool. You do get the full access of a prompt library as well. So let me go ahead and I'm trying to get myself minimize that real quick because it's just me. So it's going to search the web. So there you go. And keep in mind, people, I have loaded that database at 12,000 lenders, basically 447 lenders. There's hedge funds and family offices that bring it up to somewhere between 2,100 and 2,200. The rest of them are pension funds, endowment funds, funds of funds. We got about 1,600 that are like VCs and angel investors. They're not really real estate, but yeah, the 2,100. So you'll have a lot of them that come up directly. It will also search, like I said, it'll search the web as well. So if you're looking for, lenders that specifically are in certain areas, like there's some in Texas that just do Texas, they do flips. There's some, so it should generally give you the information that you need, and then you can actually almost copy and post it and try to get more information. It does give you the websites, which is awesome. Keep in mind, it will pull from that database. As we get capital partners, like we got 20 in our group right now, our associates group, 178 people plus myself. We can actually, a lot of those people will be in here. They'll be embedded. We'll explain that in a little bit. Facebook lender proposal post. Here's a draft you can customize for your Facebook group or page. Keep in mind, if you want to do this, you can actually have you can have your hashtags put into it. So I'm launching a fix and flip on a single family home in Palo Alto, California, looking for 200K to 400K second position private loan to pair with a first lien. Think of how clean this is, how much better this looks than what you normally see out there on Facebook. You can actually then go in there and you can you can make changes right here. You can make a tweak, send information to, DM me at my wherever, send an email, contact me here. You can put that in there and tell it to do it. Here it's going to give you pro tips. Mention your track record to build credibility. Emphasize speed, closing in 2 weeks. That's critical. Not just in hot markets, it's critical. Generally, a lot of lenders like to have 14 to 21 business days. I also recommend people use government business days. You may not see it that much, but believe it or not, if some like Denver has some two weird holidays that nobody else has, one was for labor leader, and I forget what the other one was, but there's 2 days that no one else has. You would like to. What if you lost a deal or had something go south at the closing table because you're doing a deal in Denver and it's Corky Romano? I think his name is Corky Romano. They named a library after him. If it's his day or whatever, and then banks and the city's closed. Banks may not be closed, but the city might be closed. So what if you have to do something to file the title or get the closing done? So I always like to tell people closing, use government days. Clarify you're open to both point interest structures, or if you're not, use strong hashtags, private money, second lien, fix and flip, Palo Alto. Let people know. Let me know if you want to include deal specific metrics, ARV, current rehab scope, exits, or if you like a messaging variant for LinkedIn or private group, ready to go tactical. Let's see. Okay, here's another one. I will need a transaction coordinator. And an EMD lender. It's going to tell you right away, transaction coordinator, TC, Bay Area virtual. Here are 3 ways to source a TC quickly. And you get the local group, it talks about local investor groups. EMD lender, guess what? Now you come up with emdeasy.com, industry standard provider for EMD advances, 2K to 10K plus EMD available, same day or next business day wires, works nationwide with wholesale friendly contracts, emdeasy.com. Finish Line TC Services, which coincidentally is also is EMD Easy. That's Jay's company too. He's a partner in Finish Line. So you can use that also. TC and disposition coordination available. Private lender match. Post request in your private lender group looking for private EMD partner for short-term placement. Immediate next steps. Decide if you want to work with a VA TC or local boots on the ground for showing keys, etc. If you want to use it, draft EMD request doc. It can do it for you. Template includes deal summary, assignment terms, return guarantees. Push to RCIC prompt bar for future automation. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there. And let me know if you want to generate a ready to send EMD proposal, outreach post to find a TC, or add this request into your flow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there. And so think about how smooth this is. when you can pull up these many right away, and then you can actually then draft the connection. Here you go. Here's your EMD lenders backs again. It's EMD easy. Pure private investor funding. Use RCIC to post and match quickly what to do next. Virtual agent, you're cost effective and scalable. Your local California specialist. Define your EMD strategy. Estimate required EMD, 2% of purchase price, or whatever it is, 1%, 3%. Line up EMD easy or private advance partner. Prepare a short-term finance proposal, amount, rate, points, term, repayment, exit. Draft a combined RCIC prompt. Find TC plus EMD provider for X EMD on the Bay Area flip. Return names, contact services, pricing. And that gives the next tag. Okay. I'm gonna go okay about that part of the video of the demo. What 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 kinds? I'm gonna just gonna say what kind of prompt are available to the user. You're welcome, Nate. Let's roll into the next part of the RCIC demo prompt patches. The real tactical advantage built into the system. Core categories available to this user. So each prompt batch is a preloaded operational toolkit, ready for use, modification, or automation. They're grouped by use case, and each batch includes prompts that return ready-to-act results, underwriting, and deal analysis. So I'll kind of give you guys what a few of those are right now. And there's more added because we're going to add more. Title search and ownership information, full chain of title, owner of records, liens, and mortgage details. Keep in mind, guys, if you are doing a lot of title search, it'll connect you like to the Jefferson County Colorado Clerk and Recorder, the tax assessor's office. It will direct you, and then it'll give you advice on how to pull the records from them. Keep in mind if you're doing anything with comps or anything like this, title companies, appraisers, things like that may not accept it right now, and hopefully it will. The more, especially if we get known for accuracy, the more users that we have, the more accurate it'll be. And I think eventually then we keep pushing it for people to just that it's going to be accurate if it comes out. Title search your ownership information, skip tracing and owner outreach, lender matchmaking and capital sourcing. You can search for second position lenders, gap funding, EMD partners. It'll give you give you the definitely the use case. Creative finance structuring, sub two seller carry wraps, lease options, hybrid deals, create paper, deal analyzer summaries, seller pitch decks. Structure a seller carry with 5% interest, 2-year balloon, 20K down, 500,000 ARV. You put it down, and once it comes up there, you can tweak it, and you can ask for Word, PDF, Excel, so you can save it, and then you can do what you want with it. Marketing, branding, and funnel scripts. Facebook group posts, you just saw that. Instagram captions, email copy, Craigslist, QR flyer copy, bandit sign ideas. Write a Facebook post to attract distressed sellers in Contra County, Houston County. REINDEER the SOPs and deployment tools. So you can write all your SOPs. Give an SOP for pulling title information in Jefferson County, Colorado, with recorder links. You guys want to hear about, I told you about Airtable. You also want to look at Zapier, Notion, things like that. Airtable does have the free version. Nobody should really, eventually you'll need the paid, but I think people can do a lot, probably 90% of their future investing with the paid version. I mean, it's free, sorry. Dropbox Vault prompt to link extraction, designed for ITS and PowerPack users. We'll talk about PowerPack users on Monday. And then we obviously are starting the ITS next week. You can get into it. You can sign up for the ITS, get this, and you get the ITS for 6 months for $99. You can get lifetime everything ITS tier 4 and this for $399 for life, or just this right now for your first month, $10.29. Try it out. You like it. We'll determine a price. Right now, it's like I said, it's priced at $49 a month going forward. But if we get a significant amount of users, then we may drop that, and we may work on trying to get I want to get more. My goal would be to get 100,000 people that are using this, maybe 25,000 that are just using the AI system. The rest of them will, I think that's ideal. There's enough people on, with that on Agents Gather, Bigger Pockets, Active Rain. We know there's that many real estate investors out there. Investor readiness and capital confidence. distress targeting and deal sourcing. User options. The user can browse by category, modify or clone prompts. You can submit a custom batch request. RCIC can build it. So they can build your user options. This could be modified and created, create a, your own set of prompts, and it'll save it for you. And then you can also use the prompt suggestion bar, which is through Google, will be Google Forms, which goes to me right now. It will eventually go to Airtable through for me, and then my prompt moderators, who will be people I select to choose new prompts and build prompt batches. It does come to Google Forms. I check about twice a day. It's just gonna be a little archaic for a few weeks until I have the Airtable ready to go. Bookmark, save, or export their favorite prompts. Want me to show how a user can activate one of these batches or how they can build a custom one? Let's use how can a user activate a batch? Then show how to build a custom one. So it's going to give you two options. Here's how a user can activate and build a prompt batch, like a seasoned operator. How a user can activate a prompt batch, step by step. Go to the prompt bar inside the platform or the GPT interface. Over here is this incredible. I've got a couple more things to do tomorrow to automate this, and it'll be ready to go. You'll actually be able to install it. It comes in your toolkit. I'll ask it to describe the toolkit in a minute. Type activate prompt batch, category name. So activate prompt batch, underwriting, and deal analysis. The user will return a curated list of 5 to 10 prompts from that batch. User can run a prompt immediately, but mark, copy, or modify it. Chain prompts together for workflow like skip trace, contact, lender pitch. Sample command, activate prompt batch, title search and ownership information, returns full title, history by address, get deed type and transfer date, list liens or filings, return mortgage balance and lender name, show last 3 recorded transactions. How a user can build a custom batch, prompt batch. This is ideal for pros like you who want a mission-specific toolkit, Bay Area Sub 2 playbook, distressed seller funnel, land flip, California. Step-by-step, name the batch, pick something tactical and direct. Example, Bay Area probate deal takedown. You guys can have as many as you want. Define the objective. One line that guides the batch. This batch helps the user find, analyze, contact, and structure probate deals in the Bay Area. List your prompt steps, 5 to 10. Break it down like an SOP. So here's an example. Custom batch, Bay Area probate deal takedown. Like I said, you can read this. It gives you a bunch of options. Here you go. It gives you 8. So you guys can read this later if you want to. Deploy it. Users can say, create custom batch titled Bay Area probate deal takedown with the following prompts. I'll return the batch as a save list or downloadable PDF option, and they can use it inside RCIC. Bonus options, tie a custom batch to a Power Pack, ITS module, or REINDEER handbook chapter. So all that, Power Packs and all that will be ready by Monday. ITS starts on Monday. It goes Mondays and Wednesdays all the way through December. They are recorded. The first hour of each session will be recorded. Those will be available on the Patreon, as well as there is a Facebook group that's private and hidden. We give you, it's a little bit difficult to get into once you're in. We just try to keep everything that's like that people have paid for, somewhat locked down, so people can't like steal it or that is going to happen from time to time. But we try to keep that from happening as much as possible. Add RCIC trigger buttons for instant one-click deployment. Generate a CSV for Airtable import to track prompt flow. Once you have Airtable, you can actually then save it, and it can literally automate it. So you can actually just download to your Airtable or import it from this, which is awesome. Want to walk through building a live custom batch right now? Let's do one for sub 2. So it's going to build a custom prompt batch for subject 2. Subject 2, deal with deployment Bay Area. Help the user locate, analyze, negotiate, and structure a subject 2 deal in the Bay Area using RCIC prompts, ideal for wholesalers, acquisition managers, and creative investors. So it's going to find motivated seller leads, Search for foreclosures, expired listings, and high-end absentee owners in Contra Costa and Alameda County. Return downloadable sources or public link directories. Verify existing mortgage. Full current mortgage information for the property address. Include the balance, the lender name, lien position, and interest rate if public. It can find a lot of information if you guide it this way. So you want to use these prompts, and then you can always, ask it to save prompts for you and bookmark them, and save it under, so it'll remember that. We'll do a little bit of trying to help you guys navigate Chat GPT like memory, like I was managed like for the first three times your memory fills up, and you want to go and then go through and be selective on what you want it to save, delete it. It may take you like 10 minutes your first three times. After that, it should know enough because you're going to be doing a lot of stuff to build your brand, build your point of all your records and stuff. So that it becomes like memory, just like it knows my name. Do that your first three memory, when you have to wipe it out. That way, after the first three times, that could depends on how much you're using it. You're not probably using it as much as I am. Once you've done that times where you've been selective, then you want to basically then you can wipe it out 100%, and you can then because it has memory. We'll get to that later. Verify existing mortgage, ownership plus title chain, skip trace the seller, sub two seller pitch deck, deal analyzer, sub two format, analyzes sub two deal, return ROI, exit options and risk level, contract clause language, write a sub two specific clause language to insert into a California PSA purchase sale agreement that protects buyer rights, outlines payment takeover and discloses due on sale clause. Post for Facebook Discord group, lender partner finder, transaction coordinator, title setup. Find a TC experience in sub two deals in California, return name, price, and if they can coordinate escrow disclosures and wrap land resume. So here's your deployment options. It always gives you deployment options. And it will let you go, like if it's four things, it will say, I do three, do two, do one, don't do four. You can do that. It's pretty cool. You can actually really go. Here's the things. Once you want to produce a PDF, one sheet of this batch, attach it to a vault folder, ITS module, or create RCI buttons. Cool. Thanks for this part of the demo. Explain Nash vendors. I'm gonna go real quick. This part of the demo. Explain vendors. So national MLS data in real time. And in real time. So vendors try to sell. Absolutely a important topic, especially as RCIC users start sniffing out sources of truth and deciding what's real intelligence versus reachable noise. So a lot of vendors sell national MLS data. There's no national MLS data. There's about 500 MLSs. They would have to get a subscription to everything. They'd be paying a lot of them. It would be really cumbersome and not cost effective at all. So real-time national MLS access. They claim live comps, actives, pending, sold from MLS feeds, nationwide data available via API or dashboard. Sell subscriptions 97 to 497 a month that uses those, for examples. API access with data dashboards. Upsell to enterprise users, hedge funds, large wholesalers. In reality, there is no true national MLS. There's no single unified MLS database. The U.S. has 500, 600 independent MLSs, their own rules, regional board access, data policies, licensing restrictions. I can tell you guys, I'm good friends with Benson from Privy. I met him in 2019. I think they'd been around, I know 5 years, maybe 10 at that point. They didn't have, I forget what they had at that point. They've obviously acquired a lot more access for people now, but they'll never have, he even says that, they'll never have 100% across the board. So most MLSs do not allow resale or just redistribution of their data without licensing agreements. So national resale without authorization equals legal red flag. True real-time MLS data is usually restricted to agents or brokerages with direct access. How vendors actually operate behind the scenes. They talk about scraping public data, buying from syndication services. I'm just going to glance over these. Partnering with a few MLSs, they might have Dallas. You want Dallas, and they give you choose three territories. They set you up with or one or two or whatever. They get you that. If you're not outside the territory, you can't find that they have gaps. They have major gaps. So you might be able to be fortunate and actually pay $10,000, $5,000, and you got Dallas. But guess what? When you want San Antonio or Houston, even just in Texas, they may not have it. You may be able to get it. White label agent backdoor tools. Watch out for these red flags. We have national MLS data in real time. Unless they're Realtor.com, Zillow Group, or Logic, it's BS. I know everybody has different thoughts on those. I'm just saying what it is. What this is coming up with. Access actives, pending, sold. So it talks about that. What we do instead, we avoid the trap of fake real-time data by giving you prompts to pull records from sources like county assessors, recorders, title portals. It'll give you the prompts. So you got to go in and say, I'd like to get the comps from 80227, which is a Denver, Colorado zip code. And using strategic partners like Title, Skip Traces, maybe there are some that you can go out there and you might be able to get access to a few. Pairing GPT with regional accuracy, not over promised national feeds. You want actionable intelligence, not a recycled demo script. Want a sample breakdown of approved data tools. We want to show your audience how to vet those lenders live during the next RCIC walkthrough. Let's do the breakdown. Here's your breakdown of approved and questionable most data tools, who's legit, who's using it, and how to separate signal from noise. So there's PropStream, national proper data plus MLS-like info plus comps. Licensed with partial MLS integration, some markets more accurate than others. There is pretty. MLS access for investors in select markets. True MLS and a few meetups, three metros, Denver, Phoenix, not nationwide. And they're pretty clear about that on Privy. Because like I said, I've known Benson, he's in Denver, I'm in Denver area. Yeah, they're awesome guys. They're one of the best, and they've got some good deals. Property Radar, Batch Leads, REI Pro, List Source, PropWire has the free PropWire aggregated comp and property info. Not real time, decent starting point, but limited by non-agent access. Guys, we've also done a guru breakdown. I'm not going to show them because it basically allows you to, hey, can I compare this guru to that guru? Or you've seen something on somebody's pitching something on Facebook and it sounds kind of good. Enter their website, their name, ask it to do a takedown, and it'll come up with all the information on there. You can compare as many gurus as you want. Then obviously throwing 5 or 10 more, 5 to 10, you're probably going to be sitting there for an hour or two. But you can actually go through a lot of different programs, and it's awesome. The tools to vet credibility carefully. Vendor claim live MLS comps in all 50 states. Unless their partner's MLS is unlikely they're scraping or using syndication delays. Nationwide listings of off-market data, off-market public records, guesswork, not the MLS. That kind of gives you some breakdown. Use verify plus tactical tools instead of buying info, into fake leads. Our users run prompts to public data, recorder sites, tax assessor, property records. Leverage PropStream or Property Radar where needed for non-MLS. Use licensed partners. Pair public records with AI for better deal intelligence. What does this lien plus deposition plus last sale date tell me about motivation? Guys, you start getting into all your motivation, seller motivation. You want to see something cool? It goes about deployment strategy. Um, if a user has a seller for a property, they owe arrears on for mortgage. What is the negotiation strategy? or in a real world high stakes scenario many investors face, if a seller owes arrears on their mortgage, it opens up a window for creative acquisition, but only if you move surgically. Here's a full negotiation breakdown. RCIC playbook: seller owes arrears equals negotiation strategy. Take control of the deal by helping the seller solve their immediate pain point, foreclosure, debt pressure, while acquiring the asset creatively, ideally via sub-2, hybrid, or reinstatement. Diagnose: know what you're working with. Ask the seller how far behind on your own payments. What's the total arrears or reinstatement amount? Have you received a notice of default or sale? Do you want to stay in the home, or are you ready to walk away? So it's going to talk to you about how to, the prompts to pull title and mortgage balance. Use our prompts: pull mortgage arrears, lien position for address, show payoff estimate and servicer. Strategic options: position their path forward. You start getting into wholesale the deal with subject to buyer, short sale prep, sub to a wrap strategy, seller conversation, core framing. So, we talk about a lot of framing. It's going to give you, guys, it's going to give you a script. You can sit there and be doing this with the computer and have the phone right here, or however you're talking to them, and basically have the solution, be able to generate the questions. And then, will this affect my credit? What if you don't pay? Can you give me cash? It gives you the injections and it gives you what you say. Document it cleanly. Use a sub-2 purchase and sale agreement. You'll be able to pull one up. It talks about arrears of reinstatement addendum. You can actually have it generate one, and you can fill it out. It'll give you a use case, and it'll help you fill it out completely. If you want sale disclosure, power of attorney,